The young footballers rescued from caves in Thailand have started their first day back home by visiting a Buddhist temple to honor a diver who died trying to save them. 11 of the boys and their coach joined their families at the Wat Phra, that Doi temple, overlooking Myanmar on Thailand's northern border as they knelt to pray for protection from misfortunes. A portrait was displayed of Saman Gunan, the former Navy SEAL who lost his life while playing his part in the rescue of the Wild Boars team. The team have already said they would ordain as Buddhist novices to honor Gunan. It comes as pictures emerged of British diver Vern Unsworth, who was instrumental in the rescue operation at Bangkok International Airport a day after Tesla CEO Elon Musk apologized for calling him pedo guy. The billionaire insulted Mr. Unsworth on Twitter after Mr. Unsworth dismissed Mr. Musk's offer to help save the children using a mini-submarine as a PR stunt. Mr. Unsworth had said he was considering legal action, while some investors in Mr. Musk's company had demanded an apology. Yesterday Mr. Musk wrote that my words were spoken in anger after Mr. Unsworth said the businessman could stick his submarine where it hurts. Mr. Musk added, nonetheless, his actions against me do not justify my actions against him, and for that I apologize. But Mr. Unsworth, who lives in Thailand, told Australia's 7 News, "It's not finished. I believe he has called me a paedophile." On Wednesday evening, the boys and coach faced the media for the first time since their ordeal, describing their surprise at seeing 2 British divers rising from muddy waters in the recesses of the cave. It would be another week before they were pulled out of the Tham Luang cave. We weren't sure if it was for real, 14-year-old Adele said. So we stopped and listened, and it turned out to be true. I was shocked. In one poignant and emotional moment at the news conference, a portrait was displayed of Gunan. One of the boys, 11-year-old Chanin Titan Vibharungruang, the youngest of the group, covered his eyes as if wiping away a tear. "I feel sad. And another thing is, I'm really impressed with Sergeant Sam for sacrificing his life for all 13 wild boars, to be able to live our lives outside happily and normally," he said. When we found out, everyone was sad. Extremely sad, like we were the cause of this. That made the sergeant's family sad, and having to face problems. The Wild Boars had entered the cave on June the 23rd for what was to be a relaxing excursion after soccer practice. But rain began, and water soon filled the cavern, cutting off their escape, and they huddled on a patch of dry ground deep inside the cave. Coach Ekapalate Chamthorong said the trip was meant to last 1 hour, simply because each of us wanted to see what was inside. When the hour was up, they were pretty deep inside and already had swum through some flooded areas in the spirit of adventure. But in turning back, he discovered the way was not at all clear, and he swam ahead to scout the route, attaching a rope to himself, so the boys could pull him back if necessary. He said he had to be pulled out. Ekapal said he told the boys, "We cannot go out this way. We have to find another way." The boys told reporters of their reactions at that point. "I felt scared. I was afraid I wouldn't get to go home, and my mom would scold me," said Mongkal Boonpim, 13, prompting laughter. Ekarat Wangsuchan, 14, said they decided to calm ourselves first, to try to fix the problem and find a way out. Be calm and not shocked. The group had taken no food with them, and survived by drinking water that dripped from the cave walls, Ekapol said, adding that all the boys knew how to swim, which had been a concern for rescuers. Titan said he tried hard not to think about food. When I'm starving, I don't think of food, otherwise it'd make me more hungry. Adol said they were digging around the spot when they heard the voices and Ekapol called for silence. He recounted how Ekapol told them to "Quickly, get down there, that's the sound of a person, or else they're going to pass on by," something like that. But he said his teammate holding the flashlight was scared, so Adol told him, "If you are not going to go, then I'll go." So I quickly took the flashlight, and quickly went down, and I greeted them, "Hello," Adol added. Psychologists had vetted the journalists' questions in advance, to avoid bringing up any aspects of the rescue that might disturb them. The dangers of the complicated operation, in which the boys were extracted in 3 separate missions with diving equipment and pulleys through the tight passageways, were not discussed. Doctors said the 13 were physically and mentally healthy. Although they lost an average of 9 pounds during the more than 2 weeks they were trapped in the cave, they have since gained about 6.5 pounds on average since their rescue. They were treated for minor infections. Asked what he had learned from their experience, 13-year-old Mongkol Boonpim said he felt stronger. "I have more patience, endurance, tolerance," he said. Adol said it had taught him not to live life carelessly. While many of the boys wanted to be pro soccer players when they grow up, at least 4 of them said they hoped to become Navy SEALs, so they could help others. All expressed their apologies to their families. "I wanted to apologize to my parents. I know that I will get yelled at by mom when I get home," said Pornjai Kamluang, 16. Ekarat said sheepishly he wanted to apologize to his parents, because while he told them he was going to a cave, he told them the wrong one. "I told them I was going to Tham Kun Nam," he said. "I didn't tell them I went to Tham Luang. So I was wondering how they found us at the right cave." A remaining member of the squad, Adol Sargon, who is not a Buddhist, did not attend today's ceremony, which is meant to extend one's life and protect it from dangers.